So hello, and welcome back to some more Another Moment with You. It's been a while since I've actually played this mod. That's obvious by the last video that I've uploaded, but if we're going to go back to that episode, we ended Sayori's route. And now we're going to go to Yuri's. So I don't know if we're going to continue from Sayori's ending, or are we going to, as I said in the very first video, we're going to reset. We're going back in time, or it's the new storyline where we follow Yuri next. If you guys don't get what I'm saying, go watch my last video, as I did some explaining at the end of that. But with that out of the way, let's start Yuri's route. Now students, when you write your poems, I want you to pay special attention to symbolic meaning. Well, that explains why Yuri does that. Some of you seem to have an amazing grip on this concept. Yuri? Oh no, you made her nervous. Would you mind sharing your poem with the class? I don't know. Come on, Yuri. Your poetry's outstanding. Wouldn't you like to share it with us instead of hiding it away? Oh, well, it's rather personal. I don't know if I could. Alright. It's fine, Yuri. Would anyone else like to share? Why couldn't I do it? Why is it so hard to show them who I am? She's shy. I mean, it's Yuri's character, but given this backstory, it's nice. Given some explanation. Hey Yuri, a bunch of us were getting together for a party this Friday. You wanna come? Friday? I have my chores to finish. Come on, Yuri, that can wait. I do need to make dinner. I don't know if I could. Don't you worry about it. If you don't wanna come, it's fine. I wanted to go. I wanted to get to know them, make friends. Who's this girl one though? Like, if she's gonna be a recurring character, like, if you get to face her again down the line in the story, that would be interesting. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just say these things? So 1 is Bundle of Sunshine, 2 is the space between. Space between who or what, exactly? Hey, you. Yeah, you. Cute girl with your nose in the book. Why don't you come over here and talk to me? That ain't the smoothest of lines. Jeez, what's her deal? Well, that's Yuri. She never talks. She just likes to read her peepee horror novels. It's kind of unnerving, really. Not just your taste. Could it be just that? You dick. I wonder what goes through her head while she reads that crap. She's probably setting up on how to kill all of us. Huh. a Yuri mod where Yuri kills everyone. That sounds kinda interesting. If you guys know something like that, do tell me. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. She could smother me to death with those huge tits of hers any day. I can't really do something like a rude voice. Huh. Where are we now? This is the music from Monika's room, right? Where the hell are we? The Lady Ambrosia asked, why didn't you come back to aid me? Could someone turn on the lights? The Lord Etrigan gave no reply save for the rattle of his saber. It was the moment I met you, the Lord finally replied. In that one precious moment I knew our souls were intertwined. It's a romance novel, okay. Hey Yuri? Lady Ambrosia charged, sword in hand, to do battle with the hordes of the night. And she knew then that her brother-in-arms Lord Etrigan was also her one true love. Yuri? Are you okay? Could you at least turn on the lights, Yuri? You're reading in the dark. And though she might feel the cold embrace of death before the long night ended, she would never again wander in the black void of loneliness that had been her unwelcoming home for so long. Did they base this off a story? I can't remember the name of the anime or manga, but it's kind of it's kind of connected. Yuri, were we dreaming? Oh, my Monica. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. We were spacing out. I didn't mean to ignore you. Not that I would try to ignore you, of course. Don't. Okay, at least Monica's aware of what Yuri's going through. Or at least I think. Hey, don't you worry about it. It's not a big deal, Yuri. I was just wondering how your day went. My day? There was something I was supposed to do for the club today? Oh, I must have forgotten. No, Yuri. I'm just trying to get to know you a little better. But at least, it looks like Monica's aware of what she's going through. You come to the club every day and just sit down and read. You're so passionate about what you are reading, and yet you don't really talk to us about yourself much. So I was just trying to learn about the Yuri behind the pages, as it were. Well, my day was, structured. Well, that's good. Monica doesn't know how to make sense of it. I'm sorry, Monica. I'm just not good with other people. It's fine, Yuri. I'm glad you are here, and I want to feel comfortable with all of us. I want you to feel comfortable with all of us. If you feel like talking more about yourself, then great. If not, that's fine too, although you should really talk to us, Yuri. Thank you, Monica. Nah, that isn't how you get to talk to her, Monica. Watch this. Hey, Yuri, what's that book you're reading? This? Chronicles of a... Her eyes, man. If you guys have been watching my videos for quite some time now, you would know that I creeped out by her eyes. Chronicles of Ambrosia Into the Darklands. It follows the adventures of Lady Ambrosia, the last queen of Archenland. Is that a real place? Her kingdom was invaded by the fell army from beyond the lands of the dead, and she was the only survivor. Now she travels the world following rumors and battling antagonistic forces in a desperate search for a path to the Deadlands, so that she may avenge her fallen kingdom. The Deadlands don't sound like a very hopeful place, Yuri. Here she's traveling with the Lord Echigan. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, even though I think I am pronouncing it correctly. Who she has slowly come to realize is her one true love. See what I mean? All we have to do is get Yuri to put her life into a book, and she'll never stop talking. So sorry. Was I rambling again? I didn't mean to. I'll try not to do that again. Don't you worry about it, Yuri. We all love hearing you talk about things you're passionate about. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless, of course, it violates some human rights. I guess it's okay. Well... Hey, everyone! Hey, yes, Sayori. Hello, Sayori. It's nice to see you. There's our illustrious Vice President. How are you doing today? Great as always. I couldn't wait to get out of class so I could hang out with everybody. Well, we're always glad to see you too. I'll go get the tea ready. Actually, okay, so I guess this line confirms that this is a separate timeline. Or rather, no, not separate. It's the same timeline, but... Wait, never mind my talking. I'll just learn as I go. Now that Sayori is here, we have something we need to discuss. As you all know, we are the newest club at school, and since we're just starting out, our members aren't so hot. We only have a few members. 4 members. And yet we're storing a tea set in this room. Don't forget Natsuki's manga. Oh dear. Not to mention the space we take up in the closet. Yep. So what you're saying, Monika, is that if we had even one more member, we could justify the space better? That's precisely what I'm saying, Sayori. Even one more member would help us argue our point if it came up. So with that said, I'm sure you guys have some friends that would love to join our little club. Nobody. Anyone? I know someone. I'm not very willing, but she knows someone. That's great, Sayori. Who is she? Actually, it's a he. A boy? I just don't know if I could... Oh no. This isn't the amazing Midas you won't shut up about, is it? He's been like, all you talk about lately. Natsuki's right, you do seem to bring him up often. But I do enjoy our little club the way it is. I don't know the attention of one more person. But as a boy, who changed the dynamic of our group, I am opposed to this course of action. Come on, guys! I know you all love him. As a friend or something else, that depends upon you. Besides, Monika doesn't say we kinda needed a new member. Or didn't Monika say we kinda needed a new member? That I did, Sayori. Alright, bring your mom over tomorrow. And we'll see if we can't induct him into our little group. Oh dear. Monika, I feel that it would be best if I didn't participate in tomorrow's meeting. Why is that, Yuri? I do have a lot of choice to pitch at home and I have several reports coming up then. Yuri? Are you worried about meeting Sayori's friend? Yuri, there isn't anything to worry about. I'm sure he'll like you just fine. And we'll all be here with you. Just be yourself, and everything will be alright. Okay, Monika. The next day. Hello, Midas. It's nice to... Oh no. I thought we were going to introduce ourselves to MC as Yuri. I mean, it looks like it, but she's practicing first. That's adorable. No, don't do that. I'm glad you're here. No, not with those eyes. That won't do either. Greetings, Midas. I'd like to welcome you to... I can't say that! Why does this have to be so hard? What are you rehearsing over here, Yuri? I just don't know what to say. I don't really know how to talk to boys. Considering her interaction with the two boys from her intro, I think it's justifiable. It's easy, Yuri. Try this. Hi, I'm Yuri. My eyes are right... She automatically assumed we were looking at her tits. Look any lower and I'll break your face. That's how you talk to boys. Natsuki! How unseemly. Yeah, well... You gotta let them know up front where you stand, or they'll walk all over you. I can't believe Sayori's bringing a boy in here. Hey, I'm pretty sure MC's a decent enough dude. Whether he's a degenerate or not, I can at least trust in him that he won't do anything with you guys. He'd better say something nice about my cupcakes. I could never talk to a boy like that. Then you shouldn't. And that goes the other way around. If you're a dude, you shouldn't talk to a girl like that. If you're a girl, don't talk to a dude like that. If you're a dude, respect girls. Girls respect boys. Simple enough. Hello, Midas. It's nice to meet your acquaintance. So you just sent me a text. She's on her way with Midas. Oh no. Breathe, Yuri, breathe. Alright, everyone. Midas is here. Hello, Midas. It's nice to finally meet your acquaintance. Yep, bye-bye. There goes the atmosphere. Welcome to the Adventure Club, Midas. Whoa! Whoa! This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. Okay, we're back to MC shoes. Say I didn't mention that. Quick, Midas, say something cool. I flashed my best smile. Not this again. Smooth, Midas. Do we get to see Yuri's reaction? Okay, never mind. It's just her giggle. Oh, never mind. It's actually quite funny. That was... With your definition of funny is up to you guys, but... I didn't like it that much. Such a carefree attitude. And he's not exactly unattractive either. There I see he might be a bit charming. But at least it's good. We're doing good so far. This is Yuri. Oh... Wait. It makes sense for her to space out like that because... That's her whole thing. She doesn't pay attention. Or at least, doesn't pay attention to her surroundings. Yeah, I'm liking this intro so far. I think she's read more books than all of us put together. Sayori, please. You don't need to say all those things. She seems pretty nervous. I guess Yuri doesn't talk to other people that often. Maybe if I say something nice, she'll be more comfortable. Depends on what you'll say. Glad to meet you, Yuri. I think that's pretty cool that you like to read so much. You do? What a relief. I mean... Oh dear. Whoops. What a relief? Yuri, you fool! I can't say something so... undignified in front of him. That wasn't necessarily wrong, Yuri. He may not know your problems, but I see nothing wrong with what you said. I wonder if he thought that was stupid of me to say. Like I said, no. Stupid. So I was told there were cupcakes? Yes. I'll go put on some tea. Whoa. Cupcakes. And tea? You girls really know how to welcome a guy. I must admit, Yuri kind of intrigues me. I've never seen her around school before, but I kind of get the impression she likes to stay out of sight. Although I doubt I've forgotten her if I had met her before. I watch her movements as she prepares her the tea. She has a natural grace about her. Plus her shy habits. The way she blushes and plays with her hair. Not that she could be more cute if she tried! Oh my goodness, I am getting so many flashbacks of the numerous Yuri mods I've played. Playlist should come about right now. There are very good mods, and I do recommend that you watch all of the Yuri mods I played. While Yuri prepares the tea, the rest of us sit down at a makeshift table made up of desks that have been pushed together. I take a seat next to Sayori. I figure it's only right since she invited me. At the center of the table is a covered tray. I assume those are the cupcakes. After a short while, the tea is ready. Yuri takes a moment to set up a teacup down in front of everyone, then proceeds to pour the tea. She pours mine first, and I can't help but notice that her hair has fallen down and is mostly covering up her face. She moves on to pour Sayori's tea next, and I catch a glimpse of her face as she walks by. That's very adorable and charming. She's blushing bright red and seems eager to keep her hair between my eyes and her face. Like I said, she couldn't be cuter if she tried! I know Natsuki's my favorite, but... Like I said, I played enough Yuri mods to say that I'm starting to like Yuri. A lot. After the tea has been served, Yuri takes her spot at the table. I keep an eye on her as the other girls engage me in small talk. Even though the others seem eager for discussion, Yuri just sits there quietly, occasionally sipping her tea and avoiding direct eye contact with me. I have a suspicion that there is a lot going on in her mind that she isn't talking about. A lot is an understatement. I think I'm going to see if I can get her talking. So Yuri, You like tea, huh? Yet another smooth statement from Midas. Well, yes, as a matter of fact. I found that a nice cup of tea calms my nerves and helps me to enjoy the act of reading a bit more. Wow, she went a full sentence without stammering. I guess the trick is to get her to talk about things she likes. Really? So what kind of things do you like to read? Yuri looks at me straight in the eyes for the first time since she sat down. We're getting this piece of music this early? A serene look spreads across her face as if this question holds special meaning for her. Ah, well, I enjoyed books with detailed plots and deep introspective characters. The kind that you want to meet and live among. Even though her eyes haven't moved, I can tell her gaze has shifted from me to some other place far away. Beyond me, beyond the others, and possibly beyond the confines of this small room. And the world they inhabit. The world's full of wonder and fantasy. Worlds full of... I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be fantasy. Worlds full of mystery and romance. Worlds without end. Oh, to live among them, to share their lives, if only for a fleeting moment. To laugh with them, to love with them, to share their joy and their tears. So, in this mod, Yuri doesn't necessarily like horror. She likes horror, but that's just a part of the books she loves. She generally just loves books with, like she said, deep and introspective stories. Those are the books I like to read. With that, Yuri's gaze returned to the club room. The others have grown completely silent and enthralled by Yuri's work. They were hearing her? They were listening? I gotta admit, listening to her has made me want to pick up the nearest book and start reading. Manga is books, right? She suddenly realizes everyone is looking at her. Oh dear. I've gone off rambling again, haven't I? Oh no, I'm so sorry everyone. I didn't mean to bore you. Are you kidding, Yuri? If I could get you to say that in front of the school body, you wouldn't be able to fit all of our new members in this room. Yuri's so cute! It was pretty inspiring. Why would you look like that if it was inspiring you, Natsuki? Kinda okay, that makes sense. Kinda wordy though. Are you sure? You aren't all just saying that to be nice, aren't you? It seems Yuri is having difficulty accepting praise. Maybe I can help. Yuri, you just about convinced me to pick up a book. Just keep talking about it if you love it. I, for one, could listen to you talk all day. Do you mean that? Of course. I flash her my best smile. Maybe that'll convince her to come out of her shell more often. So you guys read a lot. Obviously. Are you like writing and stuff as well? Maybe the four of you could get together and write the world's best novel? Listen to me all day? Surely he doesn't mean... My... What is this feeling coming over me? It couldn't be... Could it? I mean, I just met him. But of course, the heart and its infinite mystery. Natsuki, I had no idea you wrote poems. Why don't you bring some to share next morning? Well, I don't really sure to know anyone or anything. I mostly write them for myself. I don't know how I'd feel about, well, everyone hearing them and stuff. That's a shame. That such great poetry should go unheard. I understand how Natsuki feels. I'm known to write some poetry myself. It is a highly personal endeavor. It's like taking the essence of your very being and transferring it to paper. In a sense, sharing poetry with another is an intimate encounter, rather. As if you are baring your very soul to all who listen. Yuri's really passionate about this now, isn't she? Wow, Yuri. Now I really want to hear your poems. I bet you all have beautiful souls. Indeed, Sayori. Beautiful. Beautiful, but broken souls. I bet you have beautiful poems as well. Sayori and I have actually been working on some poems for our own while we've been planning club events. gives me an idea. Okay, here we go. Why don't we each write one tonight? And at tomorrow's meeting, we'll all share our poems with each other. That way, nobody will feel pressured since we'll all be sharing. I don't know. Oh my. Come on, guys, it'll be fun. And it'll be a great opportunity, so minus what we can all do. Sayori. At that, both Yuri and Natsuki seemed to perk up a little. Alright, I'll do it. The very depths of my being shall be displayed in full. The girls will quickly take to the idea. I always feel bad reminding them that I technically haven't joined yet. Of course, the massive guilt trip I'm getting from them isn't helping matters. Who am I kidding? I can't say no to a group of gorgeous girls! I'm in! What a relief. That is... Can't worry there for a minute, Midas. Welcome to the Allergic Club. Monika reaches out her hand to shake mine. I'm really glad you've decided to join us. She gives me a warm smile. I've gotta admit, she's a lot more approachable than I thought she would be. I reach over to shake her hand. Glad to be here. I can't say I ever imagined myself joining Allergic Club. But hey, it could be fun. I could make some new friends. Or perhaps something more. The afternoon stretches on as I walk through the neighborhood where I live. Writing poetry has turned out to be more difficult than I originally imagined. I mean, I thought it was just about putting words together in rhyme, but it's much more complex than that. I need a walk to help gather my thoughts. I tried stopping by Sayori's place to see if she could help, but she had already gone to sleep despite how early it was. I don't think I've ever met someone who sleeps as early as she does. Still, for some reason, that really bothers me. I reach the edge of my neighborhood as I try to put on that thought out of my mind. I'm getting closer to the business part of town and a thought occurs to me. The bookstore where I buy manga is pretty close. Maybe I could stop by there and see if they have a poetry book of some kind. I don't think I ever wandered back to the larger bookshelves. Maybe I could, or maybe it could be back there. Don't they have like labels on what's on this aisle? I entered the bookstore trying to figure out what I might find a poetry book. When I noticed Yuri at the checkout counter. She's standing there nervously fidgeting with her hair while the clerk rings up 2 books for her. It looks like the clerk is trying to chat her up some, and Yuri doesn't know how to respond. Intrigued, I step off to the side to listen in. I know those are the same book, and that wasn't a mistake. I wonder why she's buying 2 of the same book. Oh no! So how are we gonna react to this? Eventually the clerk gives up and finishes ringing up her book. Why would the clerk ask her, like, hey lady, why are you buying 2 books? Like, bro, I'm buying books. It doesn't matter if it's the same or different. You're making money. He places them in a plastic bag and hands them to her. Thank you. She quickly turns around and walks briskly toward the door as if she can't wait to leave. Unfortunately, I'm by the door! Yuri's moving so fast I don't have time to duck out of the way! Oh no! Before I can move, Yuri sees me. Oh, Midas! How are... She quickly thrusts the bag behind her bag. Thrusts the bag behind her back, rather. She's blushing bright red and breathing rapidly between words. I'm almost afraid she'll hyperventilate. Hey there, Yuri. I was just stopping by the bookstore to see if they had any books on poetry. What are you up to? Yuri manages to regain a little bit of her composure. I'm buying a book? Really? What book? Well, that's... For some reason, this question seems to shut her down. I can't figure out why she would be so flustered about buying a book. Suddenly I realize how awkward it is for the 2 of us to stand in the doorway of the bookstore. And this is the perfect opportunity to talk to Yuri some more. So perhaps I could walk her home? That's a good idea to get to know someone. It's getting late. Would you mind if I walk you home? Really? Again, she blushes as she fiddles with her hair. I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing her do that. I mean, I do live a good deal away from here. I wouldn't want to inconvenience you or anything. Maybe seeing where she lives is a bit personal. Well, how about I at least walk you part of the way? Well, I think I would like that. How gentlemanly of you. Now it's my turn to blush a little. I mean, it's common, like, I don't know if that's if courtesy is the right word, but I would do the same thing for a female friend, a girlfriend. I would do the same thing, especially if it's getting late. You don't know what can happen at night. We walk together back toward the residential area of town. Yuri hasn't been talking much, so I try to start a conversation. I know she likes poetry and stuff like that, but maybe I can learn something else about her. So do you spend a lot of time at the bookstore? She seems unsure of how to answer even though it's a pretty simple question. Not really. There's an awkward silence as I wait for her to say more, but after a few moments, I realized that was the whole answer. Where do you like to hang out then? I kind of enjoy home. She sort of mumbles as she reaches the end of the sentence, then quickly glances in my direction for a moment, then glances back away as soon as our eyes meet. I'm sorry. About what? I'm afraid I'm not very interesting. Says who? You would probably be bored to tears if I told you about myself. I don't get out that much. I never would have guessed. Sorry. You don't need to apologize so much. You haven't done anything wrong. I'm apologizing too much? I'm sorry. Shoot! I laugh in spite of myself. Yuri blushes again and looks away, clearly embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, Yuri. You just need to listen up a bit. Don't be afraid of saying the wrong thing. Just go with it. That's what I do. I see. Is that why you sound so silly all the time? Sudden burn from Yuri. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. That was cruel and impolite of me. Please don't hate me, I didn't mean it. Yuri, calm down. It's fine. Some playful ribbing is how you get to know people. Not exactly, like, in some situations, yes, ribbing is a good way to get to know people, but I would only accept ribbing from people that I'm cool with. If I don't know you, it's a 50-50 at best. That's on me though. That depends on how you perceive that, depends on you. It's rather strange. Yeah, I guess it is. I laugh again, but Yuri looks confused. Well anyway, this is where I turn off to my house. Will you be alright walking home from here? I'll be fine. Thank you for walking with me. No problem. It was nice talking to you. You as well. See you in the club. Yuri quickly walks off toward her house. I'm kinda getting some mixed signals from her. One hand, she seems like she wanted to talk more, but she also seemed like she was eager to end the conversation. I don't know what to think. I guess I'll just have to get to know her better. Ah, crud! The realization hits me. We didn't buy anything! I never did get that poetry book. Midas, I got this for you. I hope you don't mind. No, that wouldn't do. Much too forward. Midas, I just happen to have this. I wonder if... When are the voice lines going to kick in? Like, I'm very excited for this. No, think, Yuri. He saw you at the bookstore last night. He must know that I can't just happen to have the two of the same book. What will I say to him? And how will we react to that? What will he say to me? Oh dear, what if he doesn't like it? What if he thinks that's strange? What if he thinks I'm strange? I just don't know if I could bear with that. This was a mistake. Perhaps I shouldn't go to the club today. In fact, maybe I should just stay home. No, I can't do that. I can't hide here forever. Breathe, Yuri. Breathe. You know what you need. Comfort. The kind that your gleaning friend can provide. I know our little ritual Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I had hoped that we could stop meeting in the morning like this. That I might be strong enough to face without you. But now I need you. I need you to help face this new trial. Please help me. Give me the strength I need. So... she's never forgotten her getting, I guess. Well, I guess Yuri isn't Yuri without that, but yeah. It'll be interesting how they flesh out her cutting in the story. Let's continue. Hey Yuri! What are you reading here? More Lady Ambrosia? Hello Natsuki. And yes, I've been looking been looking forward to this one. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to put it down. That good, huh? You've kind of been on a roll with this series for a while now. Sorry. So what do you like to read about these books anyway? Well, the Lady Ambrosia is a character that I find admirable. It's happy that these two are at the very least friends here. Or acquaintances, and they're not usually bickering. The bickering will probably come later on. She has lost everything. Her kingdom, her family, her beloved, and yet she perseveres. She's calm in every situation and knows exactly what to say and do. She's so strong and wise. I wish I could be more like that. Wow. I'm sorry. Perhaps I spoke about myself too much. It's fine, Yuri. Oh. Okay. In fact, I know exactly how you feel. Really? Yeah. That sounds like a character I could really get to like. In fact, there's a character like that in the manga I'm reading right now. I wasn't aware that manga had such deep character. Really, Yuri? Manga is literature, okay? Really? Let me guess. You thought that manga was for children because it has pictures and less writing, am I right? Yes. Typical. Manga can be just as deep and insightful as a regular novel. It's a combination of art and written word. If you guys are curious as to what manga I'm currently reading, or planning to read rather, I'm planning on reading Mob Psycho. It looks like a good series. If any of you have read that and are watching this video, tell me how it was. You don't need to be as wordy since the art takes care of a lot of the descriptions. But that doesn't mean it's kind of dumb kid stuff. The artist and the writer have to work together to make the story work. So you see, manga is a monument to what we can accomplish when we work together. That's an interesting way to look at Natsuki. And here she is. Or here we are, rather. Happy to see we didn't scare you off. Why would I be scared? I don't see anything in here to be afraid of. Quite the opposite, really. Dork. Natsuki, our newest member has done nothing to earn your ire. He earns my ire just by being here. Am I pronouncing that right? This club was fine the way it was before he showed up. We didn't need any new members, much as some pickup line spewing moron. No, there's no need for that. I think he's quite charming. Charming, huh? Well, you can have him, for all I care. Well, I guess here's when the bickering starts. Sayori, we don't need to discuss my downtime activities here. Any more that we need to discuss yours. What about my downtime activities? Well, like setting your room on fire for once. Midas, not that story. Wait, Sayori set the room on fire? This I gotta hear. So, Natsuki has no interest in Midas. Perhaps that means that he and I... Of course that isn't necessarily what that means. Just because one girl has no interest doesn't mean... Still, my heart wonders. Midas saves you from a fire, he helps you with chores. Oh no! You two are practically a married couple. Mr. and Mrs. Sayori. Oh no! Of course, Sayori. She and Midas have known each other for so long. Why wouldn't love bloom between them? Because it doesn't necessarily work that way, Yuri. Of course, this was a mistake. I should never have even assumed that he would have eyes for me. Oh no. Perhaps it would be best if I bow it out and let love take its course. I mean, I know you're shy, Yuri, but you gotta make a move. Everybody eventually settles down into what I assume is their regular routine. Sayori has gone off to discuss club matters with Monika while Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. As I glance around the room, I notice Yuri peeking at me from behind her book. I figured that this is a good time as I need to talk to her some more. Hey, Yuri, how's your day? Well, Yuri looks off to the different side for a moment as if weighing her response. My day was fine. Glad to hear it. Yuri smiles and closes her eyes. For just a moment, a look of satisfaction crosses her face. If I didn't know better, I'd swear I have just witnessed her accomplish something major. Well, it means a lot to her to talk to someone. Especially since it's us, so... yeah, she did. She opens her eyes and looks at me with a slightly frozen expression as if she's unsure what to do next. I decide to take pity on her. So is this a portion of the club meeting where we read? Yes. Typically, we go off on our own to read something, and then we get together to discuss what we were reading. Although today I think we will be reading poems instead. Did you remember to write something last night? I wrote one. Of sorts. Must be those 20 random words. Well, I'm very intrigued to read it rather. When you do, you'll change the tune pretty quickly. I look forward to reading yours as well. Yuri turns away for a moment, blushing brightly. This whole sharing poetry assignment has me a little on edge. How come? Well, writing poems is a very personal way to express yourself. It's a simple thing to arrange words according to a set pattern. Not really. But it is another thing entirely to put your innermost thoughts and feelings onto a sheet of paper. Like I said, it is quite personal. She's smiling. So you're saying that you could potentially learn a lot about a person by reading their poetry? Well, yeah. So... she's going to learn that I'm just disjointed and terrible with words. Awesome! It is 20 random words. Well, in any case, I look forward to learning more about you, Yuri. She blushes and looks away again as she hides her face behind her hair. I notice that she's smiling. I doubt it's intentional, but her shy demeanor just makes me want to get to know her more. Who wouldn't? What are you bring to read today? Yuri seems eager to change the subject. I didn't bring anything. Oh? Yep. Minus, Genius of the Year. Didn't bring any literature to the literature club. Well, I happen to... that is... I got you a copy of my favorite book. If you like to read it, that is. I wouldn't want to impose you on... or anything. Not at all, Yuri. You seem like you know what you're talking about with good books, so of course I'd read anything you suggested. Are we going to like... we just saw her yesterday buying these books. Of course. Yuri quickly reaches into her bag and pulls out a thick book. The cover is black except for an ominous golden... okay, it's not red with a... it's not red with an eye. It's black with a golden eye. Above which is the title... okay, never mind. I thought it was a different book. It was just a different design. The portrait of Marco by Dan Salvo. We know that guy. We all know that guy. Oh Oh yes! It's so deep and well written. I read it so many times and I'm still discovering. Pretty sure that's discovering new things in it even now. I opened the cover to read a little of the synopsis of inside the dust jacket. Apparently it's about a girl that gets mixed up with a death cult of some sort. Is this a horror book? Well, it is in a sense that it can be frightening and features brushes with the unknown. Wait a second. Yesterday, she was reading some romance novel, and now this? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, was finding something new.
Do you not enjoy those kinds of stories?
Yes, actually. I happen to be a fan. Ooh, okay, this is new. I happen to be a fan of horror. I've got the entire Devilman collection on Blu-ray. Call me uncultured, but I don't know that. I think I can handle anything Dan, what's his name, can throw at me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yuri hands me the book and I pull up a chair next to her. Do you mind if I sit here? Since we're reading poems later instead of discussing literature, maybe you and I can discuss the book after you read the chapter? Well, I'd like, Yep. I take it as a yes. I sit down next to Yuri, open the book and turn the first page. The first chapter seems pretty straightforward so far, introducing the main character and such. Admittedly, I'm more interested in being close to Yuri. She's something of an enigma. I don't think I've ever seen her around in the school, and I get the impression that she doesn't have any friends outside of the club. She's so shy and quiet and that she likes horror? I'd like to get to know her better. Not because I think she's cute or anything. Sure. Even though she is. As I read through the chapter, I have a strange feeling that I'm being... Shit! Like I'm being watched! Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to... I thought the creeps were about to come up because, you know, with the book having an eye. Watching us. You get what I mean? I glance over and notice that Yuri is reading more of my book than hers. It's cute the way she's trying to hide it. Is something wrong with your copy, Yuri? Huh? I was just seeing how far along you were. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore. I smile a little at how flustered she's getting. Don't worry about it, Yuri, I don't mind. You could probably read 2 or 3 chapters before I get done with the first one. I'll tell you what. Why don't I scoot closer and we can read from the same book? Huh? Yuri turns to hide her behind her hair as she blushes bright red again. We can do that. Smooth, Midas. Yuri closes her book as I move my desk closer to her. I try to lean over while holding both sides of the book, but that quickly becomes uncomfortable. We finally settle on having me hold the right side while Yuri holds the left. This, of course, means that we're sitting shoulder by shoulder, or shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder, sorry, got my tongue mixed up. I can practically feel her breath on my neck. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I continue to read at my own pace, turning the pages as I finish them. I know Yuri has finished the pages well ahead of me, but she doesn't say anything. After a while, I finish the first chapter and close the book. Yuri looks at me expectantly. What do you think of it? I know the first chapters are a little slow, but I promise that once the characters are introduced, I liked it. Really? Yeah, even though there wasn't a lot happening. I could tell there were little breadcrumbs being laid down that will pay off later. I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Oh, it has so many twists and turns. You'll never guess where it's going to go. I can't wait to see your reaction what happens before the climax when Libitina... Sorry, I almost said too much. I look forward to it. Yuri gives me a sweet smile. I can tell that she has a hard time with other people, but I feel like we may be a little closer than we were just a little while ago. So tell me, Midas, What do you think of the MC's friend? The one she has been friends with since they were children. She was nice, a bit flightly, but I can tell that the two had a strong friendship. I see. Do you have a friend like that? Now that you mention it, I guess that character reminds me a little bit of Sayori. We've been friends for so long that we almost read each other's minds sometimes. I see. Are you and Sayori just friends, or... That's an oddly specific question to ask.
Are you asking if Sayori and I are a couple?
No. I don't think I could think of Sayori that way. At least I don't think so. I see. I mean, like I said a while ago, just because a dude and a girl are friends, even best of friends, that doesn't necessarily translate into a romantic relationship. Based on my experience at least. It's hard to miss the sound of relief in Yuri's voice. That's good. I mean, it's good that you have such a close friend, someone that you have a special connection with. I admit, I am a bit envious. I wonder what that means. Why don't you read the next chapter tonight? There isn't much to discuss, but things really pick up in chapter 3, so we can read that tomorrow. Sure thing, Yuri. I can't wait. Yuri smiles as she lets out a soft giggle. I move my chair back to its normal position as I stand up. When I do, I accidentally bump into the desk in front of me and a small, soft-cover book falls out. Huh? What's this? I pick it up and realize it's a manga. It's Natsuki's. It's Natsuki's. Are Fae girls? That must be Natsuki's. She has manga? That's interesting. I'll head over and give it back to her then. I guess I'll see you in a few when we read poetry. Catch you then. Of course. So, he has some interest in Sayori. How do I proceed from here? What do I say to him? How do I speak to the one who holds my heart? You know, we witnessed Sayori's almost death. We managed to save her in time before the ending. Yuri, I feel is the most gruesome. I mean, I don't think I need to discuss how she died, but that is presuming, of course, you've played the original game and you're watching this video. Which I'm pretty sure you did. Because you would have clicked this video if you haven't played the original game, but anyways. I am scared of how we will witness Yuri. A lot. And what will he say in return? Okay everyone, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Find a partner and start reading. Oh? Oh dear. Breathe in and breathe out. I can do this. I can do this. Yuri is looking over my poem carefully. I can tell she is attempting to remain composed, but the look on her face betrays her bewilderment. Well, it's certainly abstract. I'm about to tell Yuri that this is a little more than a beginner grasping at words. But I admit I'm interested to see where she goes with this. So what kind of feeling do you think I was trying to convey here? Yuri scans the paper again. Gee, I don't know, because... I'm trying to remember 2 words from Yuri's choice of words. Contamination? Is that one? No, depression is a Sayori word. Contamination and... I think that's the only word I remember. She wrinkles her forehead as she ponders the mess of words before her. Well, I'm seeing some words here that seem to be indicative of how you were feeling when you wrote this poem. Yep, okay, now I remember some. Whirlwind, disoriented, explode. I think you were feeling stress and confusion here. But there's... Huh. Why do I have a feeling that those sound like Sayori words? Does it? I think you're looking to better yourself, I think we all do. You know, there is a distance between the person you are and the person you want to be. That's deep. Kind of. And then there are these sets of antonyms. Desire and despise, captive and unrestrained, heaven sent and there it is. That's the only word I remember. Contamination. I think that perhaps you're unsure of your feelings on some matter. You're confused and in need of direction. Wow, she managed to make sense out of those 20 random words. She gleaned all that from my crappy poem. It isn't even a poem at this point. Am I some kind of poem savant? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too forward of me. I didn't mean to imply anything negative about you. Please don't think that I would ever... Yuri, it's alright. I'm just impressed you were able to get some kind of meaning out of my word vomit here. Word vomit? Don't sell your short, Midas. Don't sell yourself so short. I think you're better at this than you realize. You seem to have a great natural talent for this. Well, must be beginner's luck. After all, it's only my first try. Well, my first try wasn't spectacular either. But the more I tried, the better I got. I think it's the best way, or rather the same way with you, Midas. And I'll be happy to help you. Wait, what were we talking about again? Here, let me show you what an experienced poetry writer can produce. And there's nothing new. I mean, it's not necessarily that I find custom poems to be a requirement, but I'm a fan of new things, so while I don't have a problem with this, custom poems are always a nice thing to say. Wow. I look up from Yuri's poem and notice how she's fidgeting with her hair. She's being pretty quiet. It takes me a moment to realize that she's waiting to hear from my reaction to her poem, even though it isn't very long. I have to look at it over twice to take it all in. This poem is amazing, Yuri. And she smiles. She seems pleased with that response. Well, it's not only one of my best, but I wanted to start simple since we are just beginning to share poems. This is simple? I'm still trying to fathom everything that's in here. I mean, you're talking about ghosts and fading streetlights. I thought maybe this was a horror-themed poem. Kind of. No, Midas. All of those are metaphors. It's about anxiety. Huh? Yes. The anxiety of leaving the familiar behind and facing an unknown future. I think it's fitting in a way. This is the last year of school for many of us, and the future is still full of uncertainties. So I use a freeform expression to put some of those feelings down onto paper. I wonder if that's all Yuri is anxious about. Well, this is certainly an excellent poem, Yuri. I'm looking forward to reading more. She smiles and blushes a little. Same to you, Midas. Okay, we're going to see the girls' reaction now for Yuri. Wow, Yuri! Your poetry is amazing! Not that I ever doubted it would be. Well, it isn't really my best after all. Don't be so modest. You have a lot to be proud of. There's so many layers to your writing. And you create the most breathtaking imagery. Honestly, this exercise was worth it, if it only to read some more of your poems. Monika, I'm speechless. So I'm guessing that this poem is a metaphor, am I right? Yes. The different images in the poem are meant to suggest different emotions. I see. Can you tell me a bit more about the streetlight? I feel there's a certain amount of anxiety surrounding that particular image. Well, it's a feeling of loss. A loss of safety and comfort, to be exact. I see. Do you mind if I ask how much that feeling of loss relates to you, Yuri? It's okay if you don't want to talk about it. I can be pretty private with things in my personal life as well, so I know how it feels. I want to be comfortable. I want you to be comfortable with all of us. If you choose, you can tell me on your own time, okay? I appreciate that, Monika. Thanks. Anyway, here's my poem. I see you're a fan of metaphors as well. I mean, Sayori is bittersweet, straightforward, Natsuki very straightforward and short. Yuri, deep, complex, filled with metaphors, and then Monika is more... I think she's the most emotional one. That's my opinion. Indeed I am. I find it to be quite a challenge to write a poem that can make sense of on a literal and metaphorical level. Yes, I do enjoy the art of crafting and wordplay on different levels. Striking the perfect balance between what is being said and what is being implied. Sometimes it can be so... exhilarating. Indeed it can, Yuri. I hope it wasn't weird of me to say or... No, Yuri. It wasn't weird at all. I love hearing you talk about things you enjoy. Alright then. So I noticed that your poem has a theme of disappearing comfort as well. That's correct. And I'm getting chills as to how will that translate to Monika's route, which I hope comes soon. I think it's a fitting theme considering the big changes in our lives we go through after this school year. Change can be a frightening thing, but it can also lead to exciting new frontiers as well. You sound so confident, Monika. I wish I had your confidence. My dirty secret is, I'm not necessarily as confident as I appear. Huh? Yep. I'm not always as good with people as I am. So I guess I understand how you feel more than you know, Yuri. I see. That actually gives me some reassurance to know that you have similar difficulties to me. I'm not one-dimensional after all. Well, it's about as what I expected. Huh? I see. Hey, don't get me wrong. It's nice and all. But it's just not my style. I'm not really into big flowery words and things of that nature. Well, I suppose everyone has their different tastes. It takes all kinds, right? Here, see what you think of mine. It does seem pretty simple. Well, if only you were paying attention. You see, the trick is to convey a complex concept in only a few words. See the way my poem sets up a rhyme that doesn't deliver? It creates a sense of anticipation and dashes it quickly. All in just a few lines. I see your point, Natsuki. Of course. Something can be simple and yet complex at the same time. It's like the manga Midas and I were reading earlier. Oh no. Midas was reading manga with you? I thought you wanted nothing to do with him. Well, as it turns out, he likes manga. Oh no. I mean, he said he likes anime, so I guess I should have guessed. But it's so hard to find anyone who appreciates manga like I do. Hey, Natsuki, you're my favorite Doki, so I'm down with reading or watching anything you would like to watch. So we started reading my favorite series today. In the end, I guess he isn't so bad after all. Heh, you might wanna watch out. Watch out for what? Here soon you might want to skip your novel and head right... Yikes. Oh no. Natsuki, that's... Oh no. You know, Natsuki, this poem is actually quite good. Oh no. Oh no, she started it. For an amateur. What? Don't worry. If you keep studying without poetry, I'm sure you'll improve. Oh, here it go. Here we go. Why you stuck up full of yourself? I believe the word you're looking for is egotistical. Don't be upset. That is a pretty big word. But it doesn't matter. Midas said he liked my poem, so there. Have you know that Midas said he liked my poem too? He even said he was impressed by it. Suddenly we heard an argument brewing between Yuri and Natsuki. I didn't realize you were so invested into trying to impress on your member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Midas appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know that you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would go deliberately out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Huh? Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Midas started showing up. Natsuki? That's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if I just noticed I was standing there. Okay, how are we gonna react to this one this time? Midas, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to help to figure it out. Help me explain that to her! Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Look, Natsuki. She glares at me, drying up any words that I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Huh? Yeah. Everyone fighting is making Sayori comfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Midas? Well, that's her problem. It isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into conflict. Unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Will you listen to yourself? This is exactly why... Exactly nobody likes... Stop! Okay, thank you Sayori. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings for just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... well... Also, Natsuki is cute. There's nothing wrong with that. Right you are, Sayori. And Yuri's boobs are the same way as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori just made everyone look affordable. For a leisure club, we sure seem to talk about boobs a lot. Huh. Doki Doki Boob Club? Is there anything like that? Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll just make some tea. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, right. We didn't get to see this in Sayori's route since we were focused on Sayori. You... uncouth-mannered brat! You ruined everything. No. How could he ever think highly of me after seeing that kind of behavior? Now he'll never... I hear you. Calling to... Huh? I hear you calling to me. Are you offering me solace? Comfort? Are you offering me these things? Yeah. Okay. In exchange for your usual sacrifice and blood... The way how we talk about this is kinda creeping me out. In exchange for your usual sacrifice of blood, I shouldn't do this. Not at school. I need you. I can't do this without you. Please? Yuri, there you are. Thank you, MC. Midas, what are you... I came to check on you. I wanted to make sure you were okay. You did? But I thought you might not want to talk to me after seeing me. Well, like that. Don't you talk like that. Everyone has disagreements sometimes. I think it just means that you're passionate about the things you love. Come back inside, Yuri. Monika's about to close the meeting. Happy day! What a day. You just said happy day and then this. I really have to come look forward to spending time with Midas at the Legend Club. But now it seems that Natsuki likes spending time with him as well. However shall I? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I remember something Zera said about K from Another Moment with You. It's from his mod. Wait, I'm remembering now. I'm not going to spoil anything about our castle walls because that shit is definitely one of the best things I've ever played. And it's centered around Yuri, my least favorite Doki. So, an iCard should pop right about now. Bookworm! Oh, here you are! So this is what you look like. Hello? Well, what do you know? You can't- oh wait, it's the bully from her flashbacks! Will wonders ever cease? Have you met? Guess you didn't recognize me since I don't have words on my face. Name's K. I'm trying to- wait, let me try to match his image. Name's K. I was trying to get some words in with you the other day. I remember now. You made a comment about my, yeah, pretty good one, huh? Well, I don't really appreciate. I'm more than well, you know, if you say so. So anyway, I notice you don't really talk to a lot of guys. Well, don't sweat it. I'm here to fix that, huh? You can talk to me instead of burying your cute face in those stupid books. But I like books. And now you can like me, babe. Oh my god. And now you can like me, babe. It'll be good for you. Talking to another person. You should thank me. Thank you? You're welcome. So what do you do for fun besides reading? I'm a member of the Legend Club. Why are you acting so rat? Why are you angry, man? Literature Club? Sounds like a group of squares to me. I enjoy my time there. Whatever. Sorry, you must be round because you have no edge. You need to cool it. Maybe just read about fun stuff and you can get out and do. Wait a minute, huh? Like what? I'm having a bash at my pad this weekend. My old man and his chick were out of town, so we're free to get wild as we want. Yikes. You should come, loosen up a bit. I don't really like crowds. Too many people for your taste? That's cool. Come anyway. I find you a quiet spot to hide out in. Of course, you wouldn't have to be totally alone. MC, come in here! I need to get home. Nice talking to you! Huh. Weird road. Hate to see her go. But I love to watch her leave. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, look over here. It's Yuri with her nose stuck up in the book again. Really? What's she reading? Probably some slasher murder thing again. Why is she smiling after all of this? Like, aren't there people talking to, like, there are people talking in her surroundings? Isn't she noticing this? I swear she's probably studying up on how to carve us all up. Yep, she heard us. She heard them, rather. I hear she practiced on herself. Huh? Watch this. Yuri! I seem to have oh my god. I seem to have misplaced my pen. Wait, what did he say? Do you happen to have one I could use? I'm afraid I don't have a pen with me. Really? Are you sure you don't? You don't happen to have one. hidden away somewhere, dude. Wait a minute! This is before she went crazy over MC. Huh? I'm afraid I don't understand. Oh my. That isn't. I mean, I didn't. I mean. And that's how you get her nose out of her book. Wait a minute, huh? Okay, I'm much more worried about the fact that this isn't Yuri being insane so over MC. She already has a pen inside her no square. And then the girls know, but how? Yuri? Yuri! I've been trying to put my feelings into words, Yuri. Midas? I don't know. I think I found the perfect words for you. She walks in beauty like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies. And that's the best of dark and bright, meet in her aspect and her eyes. Just mellowed to that tender night, which heaven to gaudy day denies. A Lord Brian. Let's just imagine I know that guy, okay? A Lord Brian poem. You're quite the man of taste, Midas. But of course you must understand. Do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires? Yuri,